right, look at that. We're live.
Hello!
Happy April Fool's Day, Sam.
Oh, hello! Trucker, Commander, Commodore.
No, I'm Trucker Stew.
Commodore of the Romulan Armada of the 7th Fleet of Beta Z. You are naked, of course, underneath the belt, which you're wearing 3 belts. It's a very specific tradition. Don't stand up unless for a $200 super chat, but that's neither here nor there. Risk it. Oh, no, yeah. Hi, buddy. Happy anniversary. A day, a first of the month. We're doing some crazy shit today, Stuart. Hopefully.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun by the sounds of it. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, today we're doing AI stuff. You guys get to contribute different tiers for different things, super chat wise. So we're going to be creating some Star Trek shows, movies.
It's pretty broad.
Series titles.
I'll put on the graphic. I'll put on the list in a second. But take a look at this thumbnail, guys. Every single one was AI generated using prompts, with using the name of the movie and a character or characters. Maybe a little bit extra, but not a lot. I try to keep it vague. And each of those are created. Nothing's photoreal. Everything's a scale of cool. But we're here to create cool things. And review them, discuss, thought, whatever. But hopefully you guys will make some fun things. I mean, some pretty impressive stuff that we're going to look over later. The pseudo one especially is really cool.
Yeah, we'll approach it like anything you guys create. We will talk about, like, maybe we've heard some inside information about the production or what's going on behind the scenes, something like that.
Yeah.
And kind of make it fun. Some kind of fun speculation videos.
That is the idea.
Yes.
Like,
So, yeah, we want you guys to be part of this, obviously. But thank you to everybody that super chatted, but we will get to the specific rules in just a second.
And those are the rules, Jet.
Those are the rules right there.
So explain the rules, Jet, because they're kind of specific, but also really creative.
Well, they're really hard for me to read there, so I'm going to have to pull them up on my phone. All right, so the rules are this. For a $2 super chat, you submit an idea for a show, and we will have a created show description. So it'll describe what's going to happen in the show. $10 character art mix-up. Example, like Spock in a TNG outfit or, uniform, something like that. $15 create a book cover based on title, characters, and a prompt. And $20 create a show or movie poster based on a name or prompt.
Yeah, so you can just put in Star Trek Last Stand and it'll do something, or you can be more specific. I quite like doing that, Star Trek Last Stand, the TNG crew fights the Borg, something like that, and you do a lot with it. And it's been wonderfully flexible. It's been a really interesting thing to kind of test. I really like the art I've done so far. We've got a few cool examples. And,
And keep in mind, guys, you can do serious, you can do quirky. Try to keep it Star Trek related, and don't be pulling in 15,000 characters from 15 other things. But we want some serious stuff, too, because there's some really good ones that we have generated, or Santa generated earlier, which will be fun to look at. So
let's start with the one that I have already made, because there's some fun ones. I want to show you how it's kind of look. So I'm going to put in Stuart. Of course, as you know, Stuart, I'm sure Tim Russ has been confirmed to return in Star Trek Voyager: Distant Minds, the new Star Trek Voyager spin-off movie, which I'm super excited about because I like Tuvok. I was surprised when they announced this, I'll be honest, but you know what? Well-loved character. Yeah, what do you think when you saw this brand new thing coming out?
Well, I just seen it now.
So now, what do you think? Now, having first seen the first scene.
There you go.
There you go.
Looks interesting. It feels a lot like a book cover to me, but that's just me personally.
Well, they post art, so blame the people who create art.
Even with the title, I don't know. There's something going on there. There you go. Resizing it. one can make the assumption that Tuvok is in fact linked to somebody in the Delta Quadrant, perhaps. And they've created an off branch of the Federation out there.
Goodness.
That'd be kind of cool.
Did you get some sneaking inside information? Because that was very specific. Wow.
No, actually. Oh, yes. Yes, I heard from the production designer.
Dave Eves.
Dave Eves Drexler. Yes.
The third. Tiberius. Yeah, and I'm quite impressed by the tentacle creature thing. It looks kind of like Cthulhu, but big. I think that'd be pretty dangerous. And I'm intrigued who this lady is, because she kind of has a somber feel. You know, I mean, I'm intrigued. Are you intrigued?
I'm sufficiently intrigued. Yes. In or out intrigued, I don't know.
But I like the de-aging though, because if Tim Russ is going to return and do it looking like older, or looking like the old, meaning in the past, younger version. But I'm all for that because he looks great. So.
Indeed, yeah. This is an example of what you guys can do. We do have a bunch more. It'll be fun to talk about, but I like this idea of like a Voyager return in some form. We've seen, of course, Tuvok in Picard, so we know kind of where his character goes. But I mean, hey, look at that! Look at the uniforms and stuff. That just looks so great.
The fidelity on this is kind of amazing.
Yeah,
they've improved recently, and I like that. A union of thoughts, a world of secrets. I like it. I'm sold, but that might not be the most impressive one, because the first super chat, I mean, that is the movie that we're all waiting to see.
Indeed, Captain Charlemagne models, $2. Star Trek Lakota.
This came before the rules. Going to go full poster with it to show what's capable. So that was just with the tagline, Star Trek Lakota.
A legacy of honor, a duty to defend.
I gave no information, not so apart from the name.
Interesting.
I guess they picked Picard. You gotta take it as what it's trying to be, right? That's Picard. So they got Picard in Voyager uniform. That's cool.
That could be another admiral or a captain. I don't have a problem with that.
Or that's two Picards. Look, that feels like a younger Picard.
That does feel like Picard. A young Picard. Yeah.
Or there's kind of a Captain Admiral's uniform. Kind of, like more so.
Interesting ship idea too.
Yeah, I guess I mean, if this is post around, there's no USS Lakota yet, but cool starbase. And look, 2 Earths.
Well, sure, yeah. Ooh,
two different characters. I mean, the fair is that is 2 different eras. In full fairness, and it is coming soon, so get ready to watch Star Trek Lakota. But I gotta commend, that is an incredibly good Voyager uniform with a very good comm badge. So well done, AI Lords. You've done it.
Yeah, they've definitely improved their game, that's for sure. I do like the starbase in the background as well. It feels un-Starfleet-like, but also kind of Starfleet-like. Seems more like an outpost. Ship looks cool too.
Yeah, and I like the reaching out saying, "What the fuck are we?" But that's kind of. But I mean, I really like that they've gone for like it's like a Wesley's uniform, the grey, but see, it says me sort of scientist vibe, like off-key scientist. So if it's young Picard, I do think I'm only the same character, young Picard with a scientist friend, being told by, what if it's Patrick Stewart now relaying a story of the past, and so it's de-aged him twice, one back into Voyager, one back. God, getting complicated.
And hashtag confirmed glasses exist in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lower one definitely looks more like Picard than the upper one. I have no problem with the upper one being a different character.
Yeah. It's cool though.
Yeah. Wow.
I like it. I mean, I'd watch this.
Yeah.
I mean, the ship's confusing, but that's gonna be the case. But good starbase. Oh, and I wonder. I mean, this is bullshit. But the bottom. The bottom, right at the bottom poster, reminds me of Unification with Sam Witwer.
Yeah.
Maybe it's symbolizing the death of Picard or the death of Kirk. Oh my god, what if that is young Picard, because his brain got duplicated when he got killed by the Nausicaans, and his friend Jeff.
His name is Jeff.
And they are welcoming Kirk from the Unification scene into the point, and then that's the Picard looking the whole time. Look, I think we're sussing out what ChatGPT is meaning.
Perfect.
So I really think we're getting there.
Can you do me one favor with the rules on the side? Can you put a space between each one of them so they're easier to...
Yes, I can.
Fill it out better.
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No, I really like that. That's great.
But now that the rules are up there, you guys know what you can contribute towards. So, see what's next.
I recommend having fun with this. But, like, serious fun, because serious fun is good. And specifics are good.
Olivia Julius, $5. My favorite movie is Star Trek Puggy. Going where all pugs want to watch. What a twist.
What a twist?
What a twist.
The new hit motion picture.
Hashtag would watch. That looks great. Although it seems more Kelvin based, even though the uniforms don't have 15 million deltas all over them. That badge is definitely Kelvin-esque.
Oh, definitely.
And what is on the bottom there? It's like some kind of alien, like, fungus. That's that's a thing, and I'm sure Olivia is very pleased with that. Yeah, that looks incredible.
But what can you understand from the storyline? Do you think? What is it giving you story wise?
Well, obviously this crew has been turned into either different kinds of dog breeds or all specifically pugs, which would be the laziest starship in existence. So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, it could be that fungus that is actually like a omnipotent being that has changed the crew. It's hard to say.
Yeah. It does. It reminds me of one of those the book covers of the art book or of the costume manual, but with a pug.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I first saw it too.
And you also missed classic Fleetpool as well, 10 after Lakota. So they have something very fun.
Are you gonna put spaces between those?
I have to do everything, Stuart. So it's
I know. I'm just wondering because it's been such a long time.
All right, read classics because that was his prompt. I mean, that was what his prompt sort of had.
Okay. Oh, did I skip ahead? I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
So sorry. Classic, $10. Great idea for an April Fool's Star Trek movie. Take a TOS era character and a future Enterprise captain and retcon the mirror universe as they save the galaxy with the power of the Samsung Galaxy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is what created with that prompt.
With the power of the galaxy, mirror a Star Trek adventure. Frickin' Janeway and Scotty. Oh my god. That's epically awesome.
That's pretty great! With the power of the galaxy! Okay, now, Stuart, we've got to be serious here. Is this kind of like Bortus and Orville, where they find a phone and it is the power, like, is there something on the phone, or is the phone itself magic and powerful? Because we got to suss this out, because there's a lot of information is being given to us here, right?
I would say what happened was somebody from Picard era went back in time, or maybe Section 31 was doing a time travel adventure, and they left their tricorder lying around.
Ooh.
And this is in fact just a fucking tricorder from Section 31 and or Picard.
Oh god.
Full of future information. So it's got all the information about control and, you know, all this really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Because I went to the 32nd century and got all. But I don't know. Just spitballing here, but that's great. Yeah.
I think that's pretty amazing. I love the combination of the red hue with Scotty. That works very well. Similar Starbase at the back. I wonder if there's a similar theme. I like Mirror, a Star Trek adventure. It's very Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it thinks thing of 2001.
Oh, maybe this is mini monolith.
I mean the Samsung Galaxy monolith. It's the newest version. And yet, as I said, Janeway is now medical. Now, as we all, or medical science, as we know, Janeway originally was a science officer, so perhaps this is alternate Janeway from the Mirror Universe, the non-evil, horrible person version, or a third universe, and she, because the Galaxy Samsung phone shifts into the TOS universe to see Scotty, because he looks great. Because why else would she be in blue? There's no other reason she should be blue unless it was a deliberate choice by the creator of this poster.
Maybe these two somehow escaped the cataclysm that actually entrapped the Milky Way galaxy into the Samsung galaxy, and the whole thing is they have to get our galaxy out of the Samsung galaxy back to the Milky Way galaxy. Yes, I don't know.
Is Boimler in a red uniform normally?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Good call. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip ahead. Sorry, Classic. Don't hit me.
And keep in mind, guys, it's not real time to create. Just keep in mind.
Takes a while, so we might have to vamp.
And the more detail you put in, the more we can talk about it versus a pug.
Yes.
But still, love it. All right.
Classic for real is next with $5. Bluey, but recast to be starring Precious and Lola. No, we're not doing that. Has nothing to do with Star Trek, so no.
Nope.
Fleet Pass Swiftback, $10. Breaking news. Fleet Pass Swiftback has been replaced by 3 corgis and a trench coat. When asked about this development, Foley replied, I like this version better. This one actually listens to me. Again, not going to have an AI-generated image.
But thank you.
Love the super chat. Thank you.
And we can throw in 2 of our custom created ones for those. But let's bring it. So this is the next person's one, and then we'll do one of ours.
Okay, Captain Charlemagne Models,
Yes.
$5. Star Trek X, or 10, I don't know. Journaled home, 32nd century. Kirk class returns to Federation after spending dong time in another her galaxy.
That's why I had to type this while you were saying, "Are you done yet with the other things?" I had to retype it. Oh, Trekyards, that's great. Put that in, mate. That sounds great. Do that.
A ship returned. The galaxy forever changed. Star Trek X.
It's not bad. It's very TMP-esque. Like that sort of side graphic artistic style.
And they keep the ongoing narrative here is that starbase in the background.
Yeah.
This is like something that binds all of these continuities together. This one starbase. Or maybe it's like the starbase for the multiverse that they had in last in the Lower Decks.
Okay. Well, it's probably just the art style that the AI likes. But hey, cross-universal thing. But yeah, not a bad ship. I quite like the fact that it's got some glowing things. I mean, what is a neck glow line going to be? Because that feels new.
Fine to be a deflector or a sensor.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Imagine if it's a beam weapon, like...
Well, it's 32nd century, Stuart.
That being said, it has some elements from the STO Excalibur class.
Absolutely.
As well as... I mean, the secondary hull sort of looks Ambassador class-ish.
Yes, let's go with that.
Yeah.
All right,
that's cool.
I'm going to throw in one of mine then, and these are all, going for trying to look at authentic. So this is the brand new. Stuart, did you hear? Jonathan Frakes is dyeing his hair again. I mean, returning to Star Trek in the TNG era. First Directive. I mean, this was the first one I did, and I'm really impressed by this one because that is a great Frakes. Yeah. And the fact they got the com badge right. So yeah, what does it say, and what do you glean from this new movie, the First Directive movie?
Before the mission, before the contact, there was the First Directive. It almost feels like they're visiting an alien culture that has created its own kind of Starfleet, and instead of the Prime Directive, they've created this First Directive, which sounds more harsh than the Prime Directive. The First Directive just seems like it would trump the Prime Directive, if you know what I mean. And it's actually similar to the Prime Directive, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got alien back there, and then it kind of fades into a human. Mm-hmm. Kind of the background images are quite interesting. First Directive. Yeah, it's an intriguing title. Could be, is he captain in this or just commander? I think he's commander.
What breed of dog is Precious?
A pug.
What breed is Lola?
Pug.
Oh, it's just yeah.
That's a Chihuahua.
Just double checking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I look at this and I see stoic Riker. And I love that he's graying.
He looks like an angry Riker, not the normal jovial kind of fun-loving Riker. This seems like the Riker from Pegasus.
Yeah.
Hard decision to make.
No. He's the Pegasus from These Are the Voyagers, because he's older.
Yeah, this one looks younger still.
Well, yeah, but he's older than the Pegasus. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a funny joke. I like the new lady. I love the alien as well, because that's definitely like Picard at the top. And one choice that really faded out.
It feels like Picard, but it doesn't look like Picard.
Well, implied Picard. Yeah, first directive for the mission. Oh, I wonder if that's. I mean, yeah, that might be his Pegasus mission. Maybe he had something to do with. I mean, hey, bring up Preston or Pressman, whatever his name is, to come back. It'd be kind of fun. Imagine. Well, he wouldn't be in prison yet. Oh, he could be. Yeah, he's in prison, and Riker goes to see him, and he's like, Riker, yes, Captain. I mean, prisoner, Admiral. You must go find the first directive. What's that? Watch my movie at CBS.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. You guys have the absolute power here. Use it well.
All right. Yeah, this looks like it would be a good one. I would really enjoy this one. I love seeing Riker like that. He's aged, but not old. And I love the hair being not so stringy and thin as it is now. Next up is Ray Ricks.
Ray.
10 pounds. Character art mix-up. Boimler in TOS. Dun, dun, dun.
Thanks for clarifying. So I've just done posters for everyone because it's fun to see what it can do. But yeah. There we go.
That's great.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it would do the live action Boimler or this one, but this makes more sense.
Yes.
Looks like an older Boimler. Looks like he's kind of, or maybe younger actually. He's more kind of, his face is kind of chubbier.
Yeah. I mean, he got the hair great, you know. And if you and if there's any of you could like pick the Boimler, because if you want to clarify, guys, you want Boimler live action played by Dennis Quaid, what his name is, in like Wrath of Khan costume that might be able to square those many circles. Because the previous version we used a while ago was limited like 2022. This is clearly more up to date, which I appreciate. But guys, apart from Fleetport, I mean, apart from Classic, guys, we want other people to submit ideas. Classic's a crazy bastard. So put in film ideas, and like I said, great way of doing this is just, you know, Star Trek Last Destiny featuring Kirk and Sarek. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for here, guys.
Yeah, come up with creative stuff, but not silly and ridiculous.
Well, I mean, as you really want to, but we can better do the fun stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, love it.
Okay.
Great choice. I like seeing that. That's fun.
Olivia, $10. Star Trek, Trekyards begins. Sam, check your messages on Messenger.
Yeah, she made this
Did you
for
do that
us.
already? Oh, did she?
Uh-huh.
That looks exactly like us. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm not bad looking, and it's actually not a bad uniform. I mean, the recast he's handsome. I'll give him that, and the facial hair is kind of right, but too much pecs, too big a pec, I think. Too lean. Well, what do you think?
If you were in a Nemesis uniform, it'd be better because that's kind of the vibe for our avatars and whatnot. But yeah, it's a good image of the Horizon and the Foley class.
Mm-hmm. Not AI generated.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm not an actor. You're not an actor, so to get professional actors to do our parts would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, why am I younger? Why did she pick a younger version? Because he's like 26.
It's not that much younger.
Yeah, half a decade.
Younger. Not quite.
26, 31, half a decade.
Okay. I thought you were 30, so.
Math! I'll be 32 soon. Ooh. Yes. All right, thank you, Olivia, for your, darn good faces. Great AI-made faces. Well done. I like it.
Indeed. All right, classic for real, $10. Okay, fine. A Star Trek animated adventure in the TNG timeline, but it actually takes place In the Bluey universe, and the main characters are played by Precious and Lola. Yes, there you go. That's actually very cute. Even though that's not what Precious looks like. That's fine.
I say to they're both pugs.
Yeah, I know. You got Lola right on. Boom.
It got Lola.
But you said Bluey, didn't you? So
I was told to say Bluey.
What's one of the dogs looks like?
I mean, that's pretty great, though.
It is pretty great.
It's pretty great.
It should be... I wish it wasn't called Star Trek The Next Generation. I wish it was called, like, Star Trek The Next Shedination, because the pugs shed a lot. I don't know. Something creative would have been great. But, yeah, I think that's really fantastic. I love the pug looking so angry. That's great. All right. Are we good to move on? I need to know if you...
Nope.
The backlog's like. Good?
Alan said no for copyright. So I have to reword it.
Yes.
But tell us the next one, and then I'll bring on mine while that one works.
Trekyards, 2 pounds, Star Trek Rise of the Killer Tribbles.
Yes. That'll take a minute. But I'll go with a joke when we'll wait for that to generate. This made you chuckle.
Into lightness. The opposite of into darkness. It could have been out of lightness, I guess. Anyway. Again, we got a mysterious space station, although different than the last one we've just seen, which is nice.
Crystals.
Yes, this feels more... I was going to say that. It feels more crystalline, more, like, mysterious, more alien. But we got there Anson Mount as Pike with a proper good TOS-style uniform.
Yeah, boy. Begging it to be TOS. It's like, stop doing Discovery! He did not like doing TOS. This is the closest I can get.
And Bakula. I mean, it looks older. It's got the... It's not quite the uniform, but it's the same kind of jumpsuit style.
Yeah, well, he's older, right? Although I love that clearly... what's it called? They're like, yeah, we'll get back to dye your hair. We're not going to give you the same uniform. Like, we'll do a bit. Although, doesn't it look a bit like something he's doing a comb over? Like a little bit at the top.
Yeah, but it's very styled as to how it was in Enterprise. At least some of it, anyway.
He's losing his hair a little bit. But that is an amazing Anson Mount as Pike. That is extremely good.
And a really good Enterprise? Or whatever ship that is.
I love the little Enterprise at the end.
Looks like a mix of the Strange New Worlds Enterprise and the Enterprise NX-01. So.
Well, I mean, possibly. I mean, maybe I'm thinking a bit too far into this poster because, of course, we'll see when it comes out in unknown time. Maybe it says new adventure. Maybe they're telling us, Stuart, that between these two people, the Archer is not dead. He's around because the Enterprise was launched, of course, and he's commissioned a brand new Enterprise-style craft, one that can travel, unlike normal Enterprises because they're so obvious. The Enterprise. So he thought, let's go blue, and the blue Bassards will make us so unknowable that we can go through the galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I love it's simple too. I like the blue color. I like the construction of this.
Yeah.
I forget what the word is I'm looking for.
Design?
But anyway. No. Anyway, yes, the layout, I guess.
But yeah, really good likenesses. Yeah, the way because it gives you such focus on the space station, but not in an aggressive way. That they're clearly going there. And what do you think into lightness means? Because that's such a bold title, sure.
They are crystal-like entities by the looks of it, or at least the station is. So I kind of like the idea that when I read into lightness, I pictured like an ice cave that's just super bright and lots of pretty crystals all over the wall, that kind of thing. So into lightness is the opposite of into darkness, which sucked. So I mean, this will be fantastic. This will be the best Star Trek thing that's ever been created. Who knows? Into lightness, though, I don't know. Could be something bringing a culture or a planet into enlightenment. I'm really reaching. I'm really going deep with that one, but no, this is intriguing. I like it a lot.
All right, reiterate the one that we're going to bring in because it is now done.
Yes, Star Trek.
Rather pleased.
Star Trek: Rise of the Killer Tribbles.
Are you prepared for this? I don't know if you are.
No, I'm picturing things in my head that I would imagine could happen.
Since there was no specific art said, I want to give an era we don't tend to go. So there we go. We're going movie TMP era-ish. I said TMP era uniforms. Look at that!
It's fucking great. The Federation faces a new threat. Oh my god. That's fantastic. And yeah, it's kind of like motion picture era for sure. I do love the Tribbles. They remind me of like Critters, a horror movie. That's terrifying, actually. Damn. In theaters.
It does remind me of several of those books from back in the day of that similar art style. I'm glad it picked up on that.
Absolutely.
And that is, again, an incredibly good, because it said no, I can't do that. I don't know if it was because of Tribbles or because of the likenesses. I even like Kirk's like variant uniform. It's got the undershirt of the Wrath of Khan, but like the mauve, whatever of something else. That's really snazzy. And it looks both like a cheesy B movie, but also a real movie. Like it could be either.
Yeah.
It's great.
It looks like they're off duty. Like they're not. It's not a formal mission. They're off doing something, and they're not. They're taking shore leave. Because actually, the collar of Kirk's is the Monster Marine collar. That's great. But the shirt that he's wearing feels Cage-like.
Yeah.
Cage-like away team. And Spock's feels very like almost like the Kelvin dress uniforms. But not exactly. Yeah.
Well, the wrong badge, guys. Get your canon right.
I was just about to address that. But I got to admit, that is a really good cover.
Yeah. Because
Tribbles look fantastic.
All I gave it was Rise of the Killer Tribbles, Kirk and Spock TMP. So everything else, that's why I don't like giving the criterion, because that is, I mean, like those sorts of vagaries. See what creativity.
Yeah. Sweet. Oh my goodness! All right, are we good to move on, or
didn't like it again? Because that's the thing. You guys are putting in very copyrighted things, so someone was saying no, and I got to work around it by saying, well, that's okay. But do you want to bring in one of the other ones?
All right, let's throw that over here. Now, what is this? This intrigues me.
Oh.
Star Trek: The Deliverer.
Well, you tell me what you think it is, because it's all about a first-time viewing.
Yeah, hope survives. It feels like a Planet of the Apes type situation.
Yeah.
Where you get a planet full of primates, and Brian becomes stranded there, and makes friends with a little orphaned child he has to find their family. I do absolutely love the parka, like the coat. I love that take because it's got a Starfleet feel to it, 100%.
So it's based on this because you guys can tell us to base it on a movie poster. That's the full $20 movie one though. And I just said O'Brien with an alien, and I forgot to put a name in. But do you want to read out the text? So I felt the text at the bottom might be very important.
The Deliverer.
Yeah, but the actual text.
Okay. Paramount Pictures presents a Rick Berman. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Producer, Cum Meany.
Locke as Chataway.
Locked and Chataway.
Cool.
Robert Bleakwat.
And Robert Blacksmon, edited by Durms.
Herman E.
Michael Piller at the bottom. Good for Michael Piller. He got a shout. But I gotta say, really well done for the Miles O'Brien. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, I get Planet of the Apes vibes from that. And it's I love Chief O'Brien. My biggest takeaway from this one, honestly, is that jacket. I want that jacket because that's a good like away team cold winter jacket. I kind of like the design. So, yes, he is.
Yep, next one is good to go.
Classic for real, $10. The second season of The Acolyte is actually a Star Trek movie where May is suddenly transported to the bridge of the Discovery, circa 32nd century. Oh, good God.
And the joke about this is that people have to think of this stuff, right? People are envisioning. This is coming from somewhere, so this is what came from that.
A Jedi-like character, May from The Acolyte. Jedi-like, I love it. Is seen on the USS Discovery. Anything you can do vibe-wise, but not perfect. Ensure May has a light. That's just your text that you put in. Those are your prompts. Ensure May has a lightsaber. That's what you said.
But in fairness, that is the Discovery Bridge. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, not literally, but you know that's a Discovery Bridge. Not a bad lightsaber. That ain't May, but
no.
I mean, it's a good-looking Jedi costume. All credit to it. All credit to it. I'm going to give it a pass.
Yeah. That's a good Star Wars, Star Trek crossover. Very well done. I mean, this would make the Accolade Season 2 better than... Because it's not going to get a Season 2.
Wait, so you're saying combine it with Discovery, it'll make it better?
Yeah, it'd be more interesting to watch, I think.
Is that the first time you ever said adding Discovery make anything better, Stuart? Is that your...
Maybe I'm sick.
And I realised I forgot to share this anywhere because we were so hard to get into it.
Oh.
Should I do that? The next one's building. I'll start sharing.
Okay.
The next one's building right now, so see you in a second.
Okay.
I will bring one of the good ones so people can see it on the screen and I'll do one of the...
Yeah. 32 people here and 25 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell icon all so you don't miss any content from us. Come up with something creative to put in for a prompt for the AI. This is fun. And happy Fool's Day, everybody. Join button. Go over to Patreon/Trekyards. Click the links down below. There you go. Boom. Moving on. Let's see what else we can bring in here. Hold on. Technical difficulties, don't you know? I'm going to bring in, while the prompts generate, I'm going to bring in another one that is really intriguing to me and absolutely is fantastic. I would love to see this. Again, a lot of these feel like book covers to me, but I love the idea of this one and the layout, and phenomenal. So we're going to take a look at this one. Mirror, a Star Trek film, only in theaters. So one can assume that this is in fact a Mirror Universe story featuring Data. And is it featuring the mirror version of Data, or is it featuring the mirror version of Lore? Or maybe B4 is super intelligent in this alternate reality. This is a great one. This is a great poster, and the Data on the bottom, his uniform feels very JJ 2009, like the cadet uniforms. So maybe this is a crossover to the Kelvin universe. It looks like Miles saved Baby Grinch. There you go. But no, I think this is a really good one, and when I first saw this, I was quite impressed with it. It's kind of a striking image, honestly, and I would like to know more about what's going on here. I mean, I've said a lot of things that Sam hasn't heard, so
I love them all, Stuart.
Absolutely.
It's genius.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was fun. I was trying to find weird things to do. Yeah, I mean, a mirror Data. Oh, it's Res. I mean, a Data's eyes kind of blacked out. Evil Data, a little bit.
Well, I said, is it Mirror Universe of Lore, Mirror Universe of B4, where he's intelligent?
Is he Mirror 4? Is he B Mirror?
Sure.
Yeah.
And his uniform looks very cadets from Star Trek 2009.
Yeah.
Like think the Kobayashi Maru simulator. He's got that kind of jumpsuit on, so it's quite an interesting image. This is a very striking image for me when I saw it. I think this is very intriguing and very well done. And
yeah,
AI can do some crazy shit.
Brent has done many
Versions,
many alternate rolled episodes. So to have him play the mirror version, but I feel like the way this is presented, and I feel the way the studio is telling us, right? Because obviously the studio made, is that they're telling us that Brent, it isn't about being evil. They're both reaching out their hand. They're looking for something. They have to come together, right?
Yeah.
And only in theaters. This is not a stream movie, guys. If you do not go and see a Star Trek film mirror, a Star Trek film.
I love the taglines. I did point those out. Yes.
Only in theaters. We'll get more Star Trek films. To watch it now.
There's only one embarrassing Star Trek film, and that's Section 31.
Oh my god! Speaking of, like super chat. Did you know it was coming, or was that just you?
I did not know it was coming. But Worf is spelled W-O-R-F. Just saying.
Luckily, and thank fuck, it doesn't need spelling to be correct, because otherwise I'd be rude.
Okay. Are we good for the next one?
Yes.
All right. Classic for real, $10. The Section 31 movie did so well, it's not only getting a sequel, but a mega big budget theatrical release. Dun dun dun.
And there it is. In Avon Theaters.
Enemy or ally, the truth remains hidden. That is a funky ship design, which I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it feels like a starbase at the back, but it almost seems like a building.
Yeah. Maybe it's a base, a ground base. There you go. Oh, star base.
Wow. Yeah, I love the era. Love that Cisco's in it. Cisco taking on Section 31, or Section 31 recruiting him for a specific assignment. I'm all on board for. This is obviously before the end of Deep Space Nine. I wish that was Sloan, the other guy. That would have been fantastic.
Stuart, maybe it is.
I mean, yeah, Daniel looks different than.
No, I mean it's a mask. That's a twist.
Sure.
Or isn't it? Or, look, if Khan can be bloody the other guy, then yeah.
Yeah, if this was the next Section 31 movie, and they do a series of movies for Section 31, that'd be cool. Make it an anthology thing. It's still about Section 31, but different time periods, different people. Yeah, 100%. To get Avery Brooks back, damn, that would be awesome.
Hasn't aged a day. No, this is really great. I love the fact that it went for dark, like reds. Because that does say the darkness. An incredible version of Avery Brooks. That's amazingly good. I'm sure it's based on a real picture. Yeah, I mean, the ships are confusing as hell, but it actually kind of works. It's something about that. It's like, oh, it's a giant monolith ship or something that'll come in and wreck shop. And I love the idea that this is, like, either this is Sloan or Sloan's boss, and he offering Cisco the chance to join him. And the whole thing is about, we saw what you did with the Romulan. How? Because you thought you deleted your records? Join me and we'll become more powerful. You can never imagine. So it's like, fuck. Turns out he believes in the cause a bit. Punching Q and all that. So I feel motivation from this. I like it. It's great. Oh,
yeah, I mean...
That's right.
No, go ahead.
And also, excuse me, the Not Sloan has the grey all the way up to the line, and the.
I noticed that. Yeah.
That looks really cool. It feels so much more crisp. That's nice. I kind of like that.
Feels like it could be an admiral's uniform or like a Section 31 operative, like upper echelon. I like the idea of it being Sloan's handler.
Yeah.
Somebody that was above Sloan.
See, he's certainly older looking than Sloan.
Yes. Yeah.
Like just that little bit. Although kind of like Bryan Cranston, like that little bit. It's a little bit. Yeah. I really like that. That's great shout. And again, letting it do it without all the prompts is fun. And this is why, Stuart, we could think of cool ideas, but you guys are fun and creative. All right, next.
All right, Mark Lawrence, $20.
Oh.
Are we going to cover the new series meant to capture the million-strong furry demographic?
Just announced.
It focuses on the Cations, dealing with the Kzinti, Star Trek Feline Fury.
Just announced. Yeah, brand new. Yeah, brand new.
Insane. Is that only part of an image?
That's all it gave me.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I mean, that looks like Kzinti, I think.
Oh, that's 100% Kzinti.
And cats.
The Cation, not so much.
The cats.
I do like the color of the uniform, though. The yellow with the blue. It's quite an interesting take. Unless that's black.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, black with see-throughness.
Okay.
That's cool though. And
again,
a lot of effort.
The Excalibur class from STO showing up.
Yeah. That's cool.
I wish it didn't duplicate the image though, because it's just the same characters. It's kind of odd.
But not the same image. It's the same character, but not the same image. It's not just copy and paste of itself. But
I mean, the cat fight of the ages. Cations versus Kzinti.
Yes, fluffy-looking, cuddly ones versus kill you with our teeth. Who will win? Yeah.
I'm super impressed with the Kzinti look, though. That's really good.
Yeah. Really like that. Crazy.
So I wonder if on their ships that they have like big rooms that are just covered in sand for litter boxes.
Yeah, I mean, probably. But it is coarse, and it's rough, and it gets everywhere. Maybe they like that.
Yeah. Got a special sticky pad at the door where when they walk across it, it doesn't track out in the hallway. It's fine.
General Grievous says this poster got a positive result. Or response, sorry.
Positive. Yes.
Deary me. I like it.
It's just weird that it's cropped like that.
Yep. Because that happened quite a few of these other ones. I had to tell it to re-roll but in the proper movie. Just deciding to, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the more you do, the more you see variety. But yeah, there's definitely some winners and some pretty darn cool. Speaking of, as the next one rolls out, my favourite ones that I was able to make is this one with, I think, an excellent TOS Sulu, my goodness, and a pretty great other. So this is Star Trek Throughline, 2 Paths, 1 Destiny. TOS and Wrath of Khan George Takei with a new comm badge, alien rock monster, and an obelisk with things on. Oh, and a single body at the bottom, standing in the sand. Now,
I
love the fact that George Takei is back. I love that he's playing 2 versions of Sulu. Really makes me happy. So what do you glean from this movie, or TV show, or book, whatever? There's no information about it,
Two Paths, One Destiny kind of says a lot. It's like the with the what if, what could have been had Sulu made a different choice in the past. Throughline is an interesting tagline as well, because it's like, this is alternate future reality because of. I mean, it definitely vibes because of the different comm badge on Captain Sulu there. I like the rock creature guy. He looks really good.
Does look good.
I mean, the obelisk isn't very preserver-like.
No, which is good.
I was hoping there was some kind of link to the preservers. That'd be kind of cool.
But it's nice to have a new thing as well.
Can't
always go back into the same well,
Yeah. Not a lot that I can glean from it, to be fair, but I'm impressed with the image. It looks fantastic.
And in fairness, it's dissimilar enough from George Takei that it could easily be George Takei's brother and young him, or like his dad, because it's because the TOS one is so damn close.
And that the combat is interesting because it's like somebody's scratched in with like a knife, an A on it, like for anarchy, and also there is no, the captain's bars are quite different. It is an alternate future. That's I love it.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, super impressed with these images, man.
And I think we've broken ChatGPT.
Dun dun dun.
I'm gonna start a whole new one.
Okay. Hopefully you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you haven't been tricked too often online. I saw that Disney bought Star Trek. Yeah. Not that that's a bad thing. We got a Star Trek land in Disney.
Yeah. Pretty much. Why don't you read the ones that are coming up so people know what is coming up, and then we can get to them as they roll, because this takes as long as it takes.
All right. Next up would be Ray Ricks with 20 pounds. Do an actual poster for Star Trek Legacy, since we will never actually see it. Great. I'm looking forward to that. Captain Charlemagne models, $5. Star Trek Odyssey, Enterprise F fights the Battle of Midnight.
I like the Vega-T. I think that'll be interesting to find out.
Feels like it would be an anomaly in space, like the void, just kind of darkness. Nickname Midnight. I like it.
Yeah.
Classic for Real will be after that with $10. An animated movie in the animated series art style. That's about what happened to the TNG crew, our cast and crew, between the events of Generations and First Contact. Interesting.
Very.
Getting the new Enterprise. Yeah, absolutely. And then Fleet Paw, $5. A show based around the voyages of the USS Enterprise B under Captain Demora Sulu. No! What happened to Harriman? No, Demora Sulu. No. That's not nice. Olivia, $5. Star Trek Delinquents, follow-up to Star Trek Prodigy. A show about cadets who are fun but get into trouble. Love it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, just bear with us, guys.
Nothing is happening, so... What if the servers are overloaded?
Well, that's not good.
Not ideal.
I'll keep reading, though, while you're figuring that out. Classic for Real, $10. The Shax movie.
Ooh.
Try to tell me you wouldn't be interested in this. And, of course, it would be live action. Now, would it be based on post Lower Decks or like his Cardassian rebellion days? A bit of both. A story that ties into the past and the future. I would watch a Shax movie, 100%. Olivia, $5. Star Trek Fleet Paw, Starfleet's most skilled fighter. Dun dun dun. Australia's Not Real, Just Ask the Flat Earther. This is a great one. $2 Australian. Tilly and Worf.
Ooh.
Starting OnlyFans. Ooh, yeah. Well, there you go. Classic for Real, $5. This is to bump up Australia Is Not a Real Country suggestion to the $10 tier. Thank you, Classic. And Australia Is Not Real, Just Ask a Flat Earther throws in another $5 Australian. Cisco and the Defiant in the Edge of Tomorrow kind of scenario. But the movie has a couple of names, so I don't know what it's called. America and Canada. I'm confused by that. Yeah, some good choices here, guys. You're thinking on the same wavelength as we are, so it's good. Just hoping we can get these done for you guys.
Until then, I'm just going to delete all the current streams, unfortunately, because it might be because it's causing errors. There's a new error that I have not seen. So I did something a bit funny earlier. a multi-part movie. A series, Stuart. That's the first movie.
Okay.
So talk to me about what you see and what do you think. And of course, coming soon, you know?
I love that it's Picard and it's Archangel. Archangel could be a Starfleet project. That's the code name for it. It could also be just that Picard is, he took care of the Romulans during the evacuation. Although an Archangel you kind of think of as kind of vindictive and doing the work that nobody else wants to do. Got a serious look on his face. When all hope is lost, one man will face the darkness. Seems perfect fit for Picard. Love the uniform. Guy in the background looks shady as shit. I love the title Archangel. It can imply so many things. I like the idea that it's a Starfleet covert operation, nicknamed Archangel.
It implies so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like this because it hated me because it doesn't like using Patrick Stewart as a literal, so it's obviously close to Patrick Stewart. I believe I tried to make the one in the background Barclay, maybe, or O'Brien, someone. It didn't quite work, obviously.
I wouldn't say Barclay, no.
Maybe it was just there's O'Brien, O'Brien-ish.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's it's so fun when it's clearly it is an animal's uniform. He understood the gold, understood the era, made him old, not too old. It all kind of makes sense. And is the other chap implying something? Is he lurking? Is that a thing? Do you think?
Yeah, I think he's the bad guy or the. It's got that kind of vibe to it. I was going to see his comm badge is the same as Picard's.
Mm-hmm. Well, Picard's is more shiny.
Yes. This looks great.
I like the stylizedness.
Yeah, that could be somebody at Starfleet Intelligence that's overlooking the
Yes! Project. Oh, I like that.
Because it's kind of got that he's keeping an eye on Picard vibe for sure, so...
And a new one's being created by I did manage to get to work. It's currently good. Doing it. So I thought, well, you know what? We need to know what happens. Cause I think of all the stories that Star Trek Archangel would be popular. Something about old Picard, right? So what makes sense to have a sequel, right? What makes a sequel better than the original? In Star Trek form, do you think? If Picard was in it.
Smaller budget.
Well, yeah. Yes. What made Picard season 3 so good?
TNG, bring TNG crew back.
There you go. So they were very, very clever for Star Trek Archangel 2.
Dun dun dun.
Up to the ante, guys. The ante has been upped significantly, I think.
Got Alexander because it doesn't look like Worf. Looks a lot like
older Worf. What do you want for it?
Okay, fine. It's fine. Ooh, and a Borg diamond.
Something. Yep.
Beverly Crusher when, he knocked her up, maybe.
Well, yeah.
Was before Picard season 3? We don't know. Uniform is slightly different on Picard, but I still like the choices. I like the colors on it. And the neckline thing is great. Although it looks like he's got Commander's pips. No, he's got... It looks like pips from a distance, but when you zoom in, it's kind of like a one-piece thing. So it's like a specialized admiral's thing. It's great. The purple color is quite interesting as well. Everything's got that tone of purple. This looks exactly like Patrick Stewart. Not even... Like the other one looked kind of like a 95% Patrick Stewart. This one's a legit Patrick Stewart. Worf looks like he's in a TNG uniform, but not yellow.
Oh, it's the almost like the dress uniform. Yeah. Now there is two. This was a very impressive film. Archangel, Archangel 2. More Archangels exist, but we have the next of the user submitted ones. But Archangel will return. Dun dun dun. Very popular.
What's the next one?
Because this one broke everything so much, I simplified it just to be
Star Trek Legacy.
So I just simplified it for the name and post-nemesis. So. But in fairness, bloody good likenesses.
And even the Enterprise is spot on, pretty much.
Is that our first successful ship?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this feels like one of the 90s pocket book novels. That's just a crossover, a team-up. Because that's not Captain Janeway. That's Lieutenant Janeway.
Demoted. Oh, gosh, she's demoted because she killed the timeline. Oh, can you imagine? And back home, demotion.
But to be fair, Picard's also a commander, so, I mean, hey, it's fine.
You just can't see the last pip.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I would design for like a Star Trek Legacy thing, but ChatGPT wouldn't quite know what that is, so.
Yeah. And we officially hit the cooldown, so it'll be nothing new for about 10 minutes. You guys wanted too many things, which is great, but yeah, we overdid it. Luckily we have some more though.
Can only do what we can do, my friends.
Next time we do one of these, preload the chat. As soon as you see it live, add them in so we can pre-make them. But what I want to bring in, which I enjoyed making, because when you said, let's make it more movie-like. So this, I think, is quite successful, because it reminds me of the National Treasure. Nicolas Cage things. So that is Worf, B'Elanna Torres in Star Trek Dynasty, with a Klingon pyramid behind them.
Feels kind of Stargatey though. The building and the ship.
Oh. Yeah, a little bit Stargatey.
A legacy forged in blood. Love that.
Oh, yeah. I love the texture of the background. It's so like, yeah, and I mean, to me, it looks as if they've combined like the TNG combat circle with the Klingon symbol. Do something kind of new. And they gave Worf a stabby thing. Oops.
I mean, to be fair. It's fine. Now, she looks like she might have some kind of head ridge, but then you zoom in and it's just like wrinkles on half of her face, maybe a scar of some kind.
Yeah, I don't think it knew who B'Elanna was.
Oh, it's supposed to be B'Elanna. Oh, okay.
I thought the two Klingons together in first contact uniform.
Oh. I mean, it looks like a de-Klingonized.
It does.
B'Elanna. So, it's giving cool vibes, though.
But it definitely, I mean, talk about attitude. You know, it tells you, because I mean, that would be such a fun dynamic to see those two Klingons. Mr. Mega Klingon, Worfman, and half Klingon B'Elanna. Both in full Starfleet mode, because he's not got his sash on. And I think the original prompt, this is like version 3, because I thought keep changing the style, was they going after ancient Klingon artifacts.
Oh, yes.
So,
or Herc artifacts.
Well, that could be the twist. Yeah. So I thought that was just really a fun...
Oh, I wish he was teamed up with the clone of Kahless.
Oh, God.
That would have been awesome.
Imagine what a specific prompt. Can you have some Kalesh, please? What? Yes, thank you.
Oh, I would like to see what it does with Kahless, actually. A few different things I could look up online.
And
but no,
because this is also worth pointing out, guys. I asked it to use this as reference, and it's while not the same, it's clearly inspired. So there is a little bit of in the style of X or Y has worked.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love the idea of a team up between these two. I'm sure this has been done in some kind of novel form at some point.
Probably.
I can't see them not doing it. Let's be honest. It just makes sense.
Okay, next one is creating as we speak.
Yeah, but I do like that ship. That's a really interesting ship. It's got the cell-like things on it, and
yeah,
I love the idea of an ancient ship that looks like that. It's cool.
This was the first version I did, which one nice thing about having more focus on character over background props, of course. You got a lot more detail on the face. Again, great Michael Dorn. Really good detail on the uniforms. I mean, those are basically spot on, right? And it took the idea. It forgot it was from a movie poster, so it took the idea of the ancient Klingon to create actually a tablet of ancient Klingon things. That looks awesome. I mean, to understand that is such an amazing thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like there's a dragon and a snake with the Klingon symbol at the back there. Again, B'Elanna is not quite right. She looks like a cross between... Well, she kind of looks like an older Rolarian, honestly, in this picture.
Yeah. I know exactly.
But...
Or it does look like Roxana Dawson without the makeup, as you said. Kind of.
Yeah, it looks like a cross between like the two actresses.
It's like she's refused to not wear the makeup anymore. It's like, but that makes you a clown. It's like, yeah, I know.
I had cosmetic surgery when I got back.
Oh wow. Although, if you bet, I don't know where it's getting this from. She outranks Worf.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe it's just mission specific. Like she has to be the...
Yeah.
Because they go to a matriarchal society where like, the women are in charge, so she has to be...
Oh, I like that.
And putting it to captain would be too much, so they made her commander.
Like
and Worf's her like right-hand man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That is pretty great. I had one more version of this, because again, we were changing art styles. This, I thought, really went interesting with it. And this, I would definitely say, is book cover.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Honor is heritage. Legacy is glory.
Because that's just it.
Victory is life.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yep.
Dynasty.
And this one's great because it gives you amazing Klingon symbol at the back. Great version.
Plus, it's the shape of the ship, too.
Oh!
With the swept down nacelles. And that's what it looks like.
Oh wow! Imagine if the Herc's old warships are the shape of a Klingon symbol. That's why they forced them to. Ooh.
But Kahless, the mighty Kahless, went and bent one of the nacelles, so that's why the Klingon symbol has one going down and one kind of curving up. But they got B'Elanna almost right here. We got some subtlety in the forehead detail. That's awesome. And the uniforms, like Worf's uniform, feels different fabric than the standard First Contact, and 100%. Also the color's different. But that is a great representation of Worf. You can see this little ponytail at the back there.
I like it a lot. It's like it's different, but the same.
Yes. Yeah. I love the tie-in of that ship thing at the bottom, because it does look like the ship from the last one. Or the first one, I mean. Yes, indeed. Honor is heritage, legacy is glory. That's actually great. It's a great tagline. Torres does look better, but too many ridges on Worf. Sure. Yeah, maybe.
Well, it's more just sharp.
It's like 99.3% there.
Exactly.
You just notice more ridges because of the lighting. That's all it is. It's just the lighting.
Which, again, is amazing. They would craft such interesting lighting.
Yeah. Alright guys, hit the like button. We have 36 likes, but we'd like to get to 50 if we can. So if you haven't hit like yet, please do so. And super chat in, but keep in mind we might not be able to get to them all if the chat GPT is kind of acting up. So
we've already pushed it quite a bit.
Yeah, we welcome all your input, and but yeah, we can't 100% promise everything, so we will try our best. So yeah, the next one that should be coming, Captain Charlemagne models, $5, Star Trek Odyssey, the Enterprise F fights the Battle of Midnight. I love the Battle of Midnight. Where'd you get that from? Is that some historical thing, or?
No, broke it again, so I'm gonna try and start again.
Uh-oh. These are the problems with this kind of live. But to be fair, it's still fun. All right. Star Trek Odyssey.
Yeah, bring in a new one that costs several.
Okay. Looks like there's only one left.
I got a couple saved that I want to show you until we actually get there.
Well, then I can only bring in this one, so I take it that's Freeman.
No, it's an older Uhura.
Oh, that would be better if that was like a live action Captain Freeman.
Sure.
But Jadzia and Uhura, I guess, they're on a quest for a timeless treasure. Star Trek: Legacy of Hope. This is very, even the tagline and the title just feels very like novel, like cool artifact. Jadzia is, of course, not holding a phaser. I don't know what she's holding. Some kind of alien weapon, perhaps. And Uhura's uniform is quite unique. Gray, burgundy, and black. It doesn't feel like an old... I would never have guessed Uhura, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I was really excited thinking, this is a live-action Captain Freeman. That's cool.
Yeah, well, I didn't... A couple of these I don't want to go too old lady or old man, because it kind of remove them a little bit from their how you felt they should look. But Jadzia, that's a hell of a good Jadzia. At least you sort of know. And, you know, it got the Trills bits, kind of. And I was trying to think of team-ups, right? And Jadzia, because I said it in a live recently, to have actual Legacy, TOS, and DS9 they could have had. So they could have had her pop in and do something. And that's not a bad uniform styling.
No.
I mean, especially if it's the if it's got black on the edges. But definitely has more of a, at least for me, more of a children's video game, children's book vibe. The way the lighting is just has a little more of a slightly sillier feel. It's not bad, just slightly sillier. But yeah, Jadzia be really pointing that weapon.
And that's a great artifact as well, that with the green crystal in it.
Well, it makes you think of the top of a spear of some kind. Don't know. Don't know.
I think it's something else, but I can't say what it is. So.
No, you can't.
I was thinking a hair thing.
Yes, you were.
Hair or like a brooch.
Yep,
even.
that's yep. Yep.
What's wrong with you people?
Who? What?
Everyone in the audience that's thinking what I was thinking.
Yep. All right, let me blindside you, Stuart.
You do it on a constant, daily, goddamn basis. So let's go for it. Blindside.
So the prompt was Savick and a Klingon Wrath of Khan costume fighting a series of purple monsters.
Got Critters vibes again. I gotta say, I love the brown monster maroon.
Yeah.
Like a specialist scientist version or something.
Yeah. Oh, it's even got a where the strap sort of grey portion there.
Yep. Yeah, that works very well. They don't seem Klingon at all, unless they are one of the smooth-headed Klingons.
I did say smoothhead.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow,
I don't know if this counts per se, but it is a smoothhead. But I love the critters. I mean, the detail and how they've incorporated them to kind of like absorb them is wonderful. It does feel right at like Star Trek 6 era, like the art at the time. Oh, and for some reason TNG DS9 com badges for some reason.
Similar, yeah.
But that's a really good Wrath of Khan costume. Like, considering it definitely knows what it should be. I know you know, and the image is almost done. The next one, the rifle the Klingon Federation guy is holding looks like the TMP rifle pistol, but not, and it can't know that.
Yep.
It can't know that, but the fact that it actually is quite close. Yeah, I really like that.
Impressively close, actually.
Yeah, but it did miss out.
I was gonna say this kind of revisited the Killer Tribbles one with that kind of vibe of the critters at the bottom. But
yeah, I really like that. I thought it was cool. And just like I didn't say for third character.
It looks like the same character. It's like the same character model almost.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, it's like his brother. His brother sends up the Dark Starfleet. Alright, Star Trek Odyssey is almost created.
Classic Fear says, how can I tell if it's a Star Trek movie if it doesn't say Star Trek on the poster? Right?
Yeah.
What a weird font to choose. Just a standard font.
Yeah, I didn't give it the name either, so it just picked something.
It works though.
Although her hand is kind of webbed.
Hey, give AI credit for at least getting hands sort of right these days. They really used to be awful.
Very fair. Very, very fair.
It's like they recast Savick again, though. Not Robin Curtis.
She can't catch a break.
Unless the AI combined Kirstie Alley and Robin Curtis.
I mean, it's hiding the ears.
It is.
I wonder if that's an intentional detail. So this thing is I don't know if it's stalled, but I'll show you as far as it's got, because that's all it's letting me do right now.
Okay.
That is as far as it is done, because they're doing this funny gimmick where it like loads top to bottom.
Yeah.
Which is great and all, but so that's where we were getting with this. I guess without more detail, that's kind of what it was given.
So it's obviously not the Enterprise F, the Odyssey class. It's tried.
Trying to crop it in so I can see the ship more.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of cool nacelles, in fairness.
Yes. Alien ship, very awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of reminiscent of the... How was that reminiscent of? I had it in my head just a second ago. Can't remember. Anyway, black ship. I love the Battle of Midnight vibes for sure. It's a dark image, and I like the lines as well. Like there's some kind of like either their weapons fire or maybe some kind of natural phenomenon, like comets. Ship sort of has some Breen vibes to it. I don't know if that's what I was thinking. But yeah, interesting. It's not super exciting the way that's laid out, to be honest. It almost feels like it needs a character on the poster instead of just ships.
I mean, I had to reset 3 or 4 times to get a new framework. It's no longer using the logic of the previous.
Yeah.
You know, it's no longer built-in logic, so it's going for a straight movie poster. But it's got some kind of Vengeance vibes with a saucer.
A little bit.
Which is kind of cool.
It almost looks like it's missing a nacelle on this side closest to us. It feels like that one feels like a middle nacelle, the way it's kind of mounted. But I see what it was trying to do anyway. Odyssey. Such an epic name.
So the next one I think is Star Trek Delinquents, which I am trying to give it a go. But
no, next would have been the animated series style one.
What would that ask for? Because I can't see it anymore.
Classic for real, $10. An animated movie in the animated series art style. That's about what happened to the TNG cast and crew between the events of Generations and First Contact. Mr. Classic for you.
Very cool.
And then we have a Fleet Paw one. And then we have the Delinquents one.
That's the one I could see up to the top. How do you see more chats then if that's the...
Just gotta scroll up.
Yeah, mine hits a wall. I can't go any higher.
Oh, I can go all the way up. I don't know.
Oh, you just on Super Chats?
Yeah.
Oh, I can do... Oh, yeah. If I take the live out, I can see it. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Or should go to the... Anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, no, I wish I had mentioned a character like Shelby or something. To put in
Oh,
there,
exactly.
that would have definitely added to this.
It would
This is very pedestrian.
Well, yeah, it's lost the advantage of being many generations. Another one
feels like, great, my prompts fucked up Chat GPT and us on a regular basis, but to be fair.
In fairness, we did do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 successful prompts, so that is quite a lot for a first try of this. I think that's pretty good. As in still trying, but that's pretty good. So I only have a couple left because they do take a little while to make. These are my favourites because it's incredibly characterful.
I love it. This time they're the ones in need of help. Star Trek. Doctors without quarters instead of without borders. That's fucking great.
Yep.
Leonard McCoy and Robert Picardo. Because he doesn't have a name, he's just the doctor. And it's
only in theaters. Paramount Picture production. Gene Roddenberry and Gene Roddenberry.
I gotta say, that image, while funny and quirky, is giving off Pornhub vibes.
Nope.
With those aliens at the back looking quite intimidating.
Hello, Doctor. Hello.
Paramount Pictures, Gene Roddenberry and Gene Roddenberry.
He's a very important guy.
Jerry Goldsmith.
Dear me.
Henry Bumstead. Donald Peterman. Something Berman.
Because this is just such an epitome of it had some genius idea.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Because I think the prompt was T.S. McCoy and EMH get kidnapped by some green aliens. Right? Could go anywhere with that.
Yes.
Okay. So we want to get the Delinquent one because that one has worked really well.
All right. So we're going to skip down a little bit here and go to Olivia. $5. Star Trek Delinquents, a follow-up to Star Trek Prodigy, as a show about cadets who are fun but get into trouble.
So Stuart, I don't know if you heard, but they commissioned a new Prodigy sequel. It's called Star Trek Delinquents.
With a new art style.
Coming Paramount Plus in today. What do you think of Star Trek Delinquents? Because that's freaking awesome.
I see Dal and I see Jank and Pog possibly, but some new kids. And we still have Ghost Janeway, Force Ghost Hologram Janeway. Hashtag would watch. This feels like a kid's book. That art style I've seen in many kids kind of books. Yeah, I like it. I was actually surprised that it got that close for Prodigy. But two different variations of uniforms. Maybe 3. All the uniforms look good, though. I'm really impressed with those. It feels like a fun romp for sure. It's great. It's a good one, Olivia. It's like there's 2 Dals. Like Dal got split into 2 different versions of himself because they've got the same kind of hairstyle, same kind of look, the same ears as Dal. Maybe this is just the Prodigy crew, but the Mirror Universe version. They seem a little friendly for that, but just saying, shit happened.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really like the uniform style because it's like it's pulling shit from nothing, and then the animated series one is currently going. I love that Janeway is a like a Force ghost because it's like she is a hologram, but it's presented more like a actually dead hologram. But yeah, the uniform's really cool. The fact that you've got the grey and the purple, like that says to me like these are school uniforms when they're like a bit of everything. Yeah. And the high wow, yeah.
Zachary Gibbons says no. In Endgame, he decide his name was Joe. Yeah, but Endgame never happened because Janeway nixed that timeline.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But yeah, the fact that it knew Prodigy enough to there's a Dahl-esque, but not. I don't know if it understood. Yeah, I don't know if it understood that it's meant to be the same characters because we didn't specify that. But that's great, and I obviously would love more canon in my uniforms, like give them straight the TNG comm badge or the Voyager comm badge. But I mean,
Janeway's looks good.
Yeah, that is true. I'd watch that. I mean, I'd watch the show. A lot of spiky hair for the kids.
Style for that animation, though.
Yeah. So I think what's happened.
Like I said, it looks like Dal's split into two different persona. To be fair, he's got what? The genetics of 26 different species. So
yeah.
Maybe these are all just versions of Dal. Dal gets split into all the separate incarnations of what he could be.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's to be cheaper than Prodigy to make. It's all 2D.
I would think so. We should show this to Aaron Walke.
Aaron, thanks for announcing Star Trek Delinquents. What? Proof. I also
save that and send it to him.
I also just noticed I like the fact that the two main people have like popped collars because they're so cool.
Yeah,
it's like just lots of.
And one guy's obviously trying to be Jankum Pog. Like
yes.
the AI recognized something going on there. So.
All right, we've got the next one. It Be Silly. So it's Classic Frills animated one. If you want to read that out again. All
right, Classic Real, an animated movie in the animated series art style. That's about what happened to the TNG cast and crew between the events of Generations and First Contact.
Yep, we've got it. Was that not worth the wait?
Did you specify shore leave, or did it just do it?
I said between the films on their time off. That's all I said, because they destroyed the ship. Blah. Time off.
Everybody got demoted. They're all ensigns. That's great. I wish it was Ryza. I mean, it could be Ryza. We don't know. Yeah, the Enterprise D is destroyed. These motherfuckers went on vacation, waiting for the Enterprise E to be built or finished. And yeah, that's so great. It's this is definitely kids' book vibes. It's gonna be a coloring book. Wow. No Picard, because of course he's busy. He's the captain. He's got other stuff to do, which is great. Oh, I like that. That's really good. Art style's not quite the animated series, but close enough.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Fleet Pause, like, oh my, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, Fleet Pause, I think yours is next. You're working on Fleet Pause next?
Trying to.
Show. Okay, just want to make sure. Bear with us, guys.
Yeah, going too fast, it breaks it, and also broke it 3 times, so that's why it's good to talk about them in between. Okay, let's see if that starts going. But yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, I would love if it had known to have one of them in Voyager uniform, at least one. That would have been nice. If we were doing this free flow, we could have it change one, which would be great. But I mean, love that Troy's having fun. Don't like Data smiling. Where the hell did Beach Ball come from?
They're on Ryza. The beach is. We're standing on the beach looking at them.
Okay.
There's like hills and stuff.
So you're saying Picard is shirtless doing this?
Yes.
Smile, Diana.
He's not shirtless. He's wearing that thing he wore in Captain's Holiday.
Sorry, he's bottomless. There you go.
Very free flowing. Yes, shorts.
And this can't be intentional, right? But Riker's kind of in the Riker maneuver.
Yeah.
Like, like subtle storytelling. I feel like he's doing that a little bit.
I love that Beverly's wearing that and not a regular uniform. But that's great. And Troy, come on. That's damn.
Yeah.
This is really good. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But definitely we've got it out of the zone of doing the same style, so now it's just doing more of its own thing, which in fairness, more creativity for it, right? I do like that. But yeah, the next one is generating. Let's look at another one of the ones I had created.
In the meantime, while he's bringing that in, hit like, guys. We're 6 away from 50 likes. I'd like to get to 50, so hit like if you haven't already.
Now, you know that famous movie franchise that we were having earlier?
The famous one?
Yes.
What, Archangel?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
You do. Archangel 3.
For the next one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I've seen the other 2.
Yeah. Shit got real in Archangel 3.
Okay. Okay, is that supposed to be
Young Picard.
another version of Picard?
Young Picard, yes.
But like tapestry style, because it's like he's maybe not in Starfleet this time.
Well, it's like kind of a Kelvin uniform, kind of.
Kinda, yeah.
But I love how. But I love how.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I love how world weary Admiral Picard is.
Yeah.
And that does look like consistent young Picard. I mean, considering that's a pretty fair shout.
Yeah. You know that the world weary Picard is looking at you going, I'm so sick of your bullshit, Samuel, and this chat GPT shit. This feels, again, kind of rudimentary in its art style. We got a board cue back there, which is great. I love that ties in, but it's very simplistic compared to some of the more dynamic ones we've seen. But again, like I said, it feels kind of like those pocketbooks from the 90s, those paperback covers. Some were quite simple. Yeah. Past will find him. That Picard looks quite quizzical, like, and not serious at all. Like he'd never joined Starfleet. That's kind of the vibe I get from that. But I wish Q was there. I wish there was Q's face back there or something. Because it'd be Tapestry 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Sure.
Yeah. No, but I love the fact that the Borg are there, but I like the because I tried to ask it to do some different colors, so I like the fact that it went for a blue. You know, it's a lightness to it, but yet it feels kind of serious with the potential subject matter. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Indeed.
I don't think I saved number 4, but there was a number 4 for next time. And also, who is the Archangel? Right? That's a question that we have to come up with at some point.
It's a time travel project initiated by Section 31.
Nice. Yeah.
Netflix original. Star Trek Enterprise B.
Animated for some reason. If that was a prompt.
Oh, now it's going back to this. Just drawn from what it's done before now.
Maybe. Although great Netflix symbol, very accurate.
Yes, so is the Monster Maroon.
And it doesn't look like Demora. I mean, it's not. It's not far off. It's like, I did try to put in Sulu, but it did not. I mean, she's Sulu, but it'd be Enterprise B, not quite the B I remember.
No.
But we evolved some Bassards. That's cool, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, correct. Yes. Yep. I mean, the art style is so simplistic. I just get coloring book vibes.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's fine. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like I wonder maybe because we're being the rules say only a certain number, but I was doing it for every single person's poster thing. I probably should have done it only for the high numbers. That's what broke it. Doing too many. But I thought they were so fun, like all the 5s and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll stick to the text for the other ones. Okay. Let's go for... So Shax is generating right now. So we'll do a text version. We'll go back to the actual rules. But I have got Shax. We'll do that one first. That went quicker than I thought. Excellent. Alright. This is Star Trek Shax.
Oh, wow. Fuck. Boldly going to kick some ass. Okay, that looks exactly like the Shax, minus the scar. Like, there's no scar there. I mean, I guess there kind of is, but got a Cardassian. Although he doesn't look very Cardassian. He's kind of missing some... They don't... His
very Cardassian, really.
Aren't pronounced.
Goodness.
And the ship. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm surprised it did it this well.
So am I.
You said live action Shax. I'm like, that's not going to go well.
And there is a little bit of the lower decks uniform. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rather crony, but there's definitely. Yeah.
The color palette is definitely more in line with. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so text. I wasn't prepped for text, so I'm gonna send you the text for. Oh, that's Marie. For Star Trek Fleetport, which is a $5. So you can read that out. This is the AI generated Star Trek Fleetport.
Okay, let's see what it says.
I'll try the next one.
That's fucking long, but that's okay. Star Trek Fleet Pod tagline: Every legend has a beginning. Every fleet has its paw. Genre: sci-fi action. Rating of PG-13. Runtime 2 hours and 14 minutes. Really, we need 2 hours, over 2 hours to tell the story of the Fleet Paw. Synopsis. In the uncharted reaches of the Beta Quadrant, Starfleet intercepts a mysterious distress call transmitted not by any known civilization, but by a sentient species once thought to be myth, the Feline, a race of feline humanoid beings with a storied warrior culture and a long-lost history of intergalactic exploration. Of galactic exploration. When the USS Resolute, a newly commissioned starship captained by the diplomatic yet untested Captain Alara Wynn, is dispatched to investigate, they uncover a hidden sector where ancient alliances, buried technologies, and fractured empires collide. But what begins as a rescue mission soon escalates into a full-blown crisis when the Feline reveal a dire prophecy, the reawakening of a catastrophic anomaly known as the Void Howl, capable of erasing entire fleets in a blink. That's friggin' great. 2 more paragraphs to go. With time running out, Alara must forge an uneasy alliance with Fleetpaw, the enigmatic and fiercely proud Feline emissary whose loyalty to his people may challenge Starfleet's every protocol. As tensions rise and trust is tested, Alara and Fleetpaw must lead a fragile coalition across war-torn systems, defy a rogue Romulan splinter faction seeking to weaponize the anomaly, and confront the deeper mystery of why the Feline vanished from history, and why they've returned now. Starfleet Fleetpaw blends the grandeur of classic Trek exploration with modern visual storytelling and character-driven drama. It's a story of identity, legacy, and unity, of 2 captains from very different worlds, learning that the strongest fleets are built not of ships, but of understanding. That's the end. That's pretty good, honestly. Fleetpaw, you have a new race, the Feline. Great.
Well,
Feline,
shit.
Zinti, and the Cations go head-to-head now. Dun, dun, dun.
It's crazy. So Australia wanted what would happen if Tilly and Worf started OnlyFans, and I had to really massage that to make it say. So read some of that, whatever you want. This is the official AI. What would happen if Worf and Tilly started OnlyFans?
Okay.
Yep.
Starfleet PR has a breakdown. The moment word gets out that the 2 officers, once a decorated Klingon warrior and the other a beloved science officer turned instructor, have launched an OnlyFans account, Starfleet Command would likely enter full crisis mode. Expect a hasty convening of the Federation Ethics Committee, a memo from Admiral Vance, and a press conference that starts with, while Starfleet respects the personal freedoms of its officers, we'd like to clarify. Number 2. Massive culture debates on Earth and Kronos. Earth, half of the Federation's citizens are like, it's their bodies and their choices. On Kronos, this is dishonorable, but also intriguing. Worf's subscription numbers in the Klingon Empire might actually skyrocket, especially if he leans into the glorious battle scars aesthetic. Number 3. I'm going to read all this. This is great. The content would be wildly different. Tilly's content, sweet, quirky, probably educational. Think, let's talk warp fields.
Probably educational.
Also, here's a tasteful lingerie haul. Worf's content, intense, stoic, unintentionally hilarious. Like, today I will demonstrate proper batleth form, shirtless, for reasons of honor. Proceeds to destroy a punching bag with organic Klingon music playing in the background. Number 4. Reactions from other characters. Michael Burnham. Tilly, I support you. But what? Picard, Mr. Worf, I'm not angry. I'm concerned. Riker subscribes immediately for research. Data, confused but curious. Garrick, I'm almost done here. Garrick, a fascinating business venture. Might I suggest cross-promotion on Cardassia? And the last one, number 5, fan following explodes. Let's be honest. If this happened in real Trek canon, it would probably result in a spin-off series, a line of novelty merch, and a 24th century debate on digital piracy or privacy and personal autonomy. Fuck's sakes. That's good. That's good.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Classic puts in to bump it up to the $10 tier, so I don't know if that's going to be a thing.
That will not do that sort of thing, no.
Okay, perfect. Moving on. Australia's not real, just ask a flat earther. $5 Australian. Cisco and the Defiant in an Edge of Tomorrow kind of scenario, but the movie has a couple of names, so I don't know what it's called.
That makes more sense. Okay.
America in Canada.
Okay, I didn't know what he meant. He broke it down great. Okay. But then he asked for Brokeback Mountain, which I did do. Stuart, there you go. Another round of text.
Jesus.
But you read very well. You read very well. You're really selling me on this bullshit.
Brokeback Mountain. Do you want to change the picture? This is fine. Shax is fine.
Yeah.
Genre: romantic drama, alt universe, character study tone, slow burn, emotional tension, internal conflict, soft sci-fi realism, setting post-Dominion War, neutral territory away from Federation space. The synopsis: years after the Dominion War has left its scars across the Delta Quadrant, Captain Benjamin Cisco, long missing in action following the disappearance with the Prophets, quietly returns, unannounced and no longer the emissary. Seeking peace, he retreats to a quiet research outpost on Brokeback Mountain, a desolate, beautiful frontier world on the edge of Federation space, known only to a few. Unexpectedly, Jean-Luc Picard, now a semi-retired ambassador recovering from his own disillusionment with the Federation politics, is sent to the same world for a diplomatic summit that never materializes. The two captains, each burdened by loss, command, and the weight of destiny, find themselves face to face after years of unresolved tension, dating back to their tragic first meeting, stained by the death of Cisco's wife at Wolf 359. Isolated in the rugged wilderness, with only the stars for company, Cisco and Picard confront the ghosts of their past and the complex, simmering connection that has always lingered beneath uniforms and duty. As the days pass and the distance from Starfleet widens, the men are drawn together, not just by shared trauma, but by a quiet intimacy neither expected nor knows how to name. But the galaxy doesn't forget its heroes. When an old adversary threatens the quiet sanctuary they found, Cisco and Picard must decide: return to the roles they were forged into, or choose a different kind of legacy, one built not on war and command, but on vulnerability and trust. Tagline: not all frontiers are in space. What to expect? Campfire confessions under alien skies, Cisco cooking real food while Picard critiques the wine pairing, debates on faith, duty, and whether love can exist between legends. That one emotional breakdown in the rain with a monologue about the cost of command. And finally, Klingons absolutely not understanding what's happening, but respecting the vibes anyway. Oh my friggin' Christ. I just saw the picture on screen. Oh. Wow. Did we jump a few or no? Never mind. I'm all right. So Stern Von Alk, $10. Star Trek Truckyards. Trucker Stu and Mechanic Sammy are catapulted into the future and pressed into Starfleet service. Well, there we go. The final frontier is going to need some work. Sam.
Hey!
Sammy's had a change.
Look, she's pretty damn cute.
It's quite the wrench you got. I like the way you hold that wrench. Yeah. That's great. And the ship's even cool. It's a cool design.
It is. It's Enterprise D, but not.
DC and I don't know what else.
I love your hat.
The hat looks great. Yeah.
But in fairness, I guess they recast you because you're not an actor, and they recast me because I'm not famous enough, or an actor, or in the country. They might have said no to that because I'm a bit far away.
They wanted some sexual tension, so they gave me as the
what?
Sidekick. Give me a female sidekick. We don't have sexual tension.
I know we don't.
Okay, that's what I mean. That's good for audiences. So they changed your character and made you female. I'm so sorry.
No. But also, wow. That's.
But I could see me getting with her. That's fine.
Shit. Yeah. Another poster, and then we've got another text description as well.
Okay. Next up, we got Oliver Lavery Farag, 20 pounds. Star Trek, Second Contact. The Borg are back, and since they faced Starfleet's best, now they will face the crew of the Cerritos, erasing one of the most embarrassing political blunders of the Federation from existence. Star Trek, Second Contact. They faced Starfleet's best, now they'll face the rest. I mean, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I mean,
again,
it's wrong in lots of ways, but also very right in lots of ways.
Yeah, again, we got the STO fucking Excalibur class. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but
Borg looks good.
It knew a cube, it knew a Borg, it knew the green. Lower Decks uniform. I mean, except the end being the blue black. I mean, that's spot on for the Lower Decks uniform.
That's a good Mariner. Rutherford could use some work, and that's supposed to be Tendi, but also Boimler. They combined the two.
It's Boimler.
Sure.
And actually, that looks like a fun novel, like a not children's book, but like a book in a Lower Decks book. I like it. But last few minutes, guys, I've got classic free. No, I've got Wait, which one have I got going? But I've sent you a text one for
Rick
the
and Morty versus.
Yes. Oh yes, that's the one. So I got
From Australia is not a flat earther.
Yes, I'll do classics now because I got the Live Die Repeat one done. Good stuff.
Okay. All right, and we're closing out here, guys, soon. So, thank you. Synopsis. When Rick Sanchez drunkenly stumbles across an ancient piece of the Q Continuum tech buried in the remains of a crashed Starfleet probe, he does what any self-respecting chaotic genius would do. He powers it up, plugs it into his portal gun, and declares himself a god-tier multiverse hacker. Within seconds, the Continuum notices. Enter Q. Smug, all-powerful, bored out of his cosmic skull, intrigued by Rick's ability to bend space-time without consequences. Q decides to make Rick and Morty the subjects of his newest game, a multiversal trial of wit, chaos, and moral lessons they'll never learn. Transported into a Star Trek-flavored plane of reality, complete with a snarky AI ship voiced by LeVar Burton, Rick and Morty must navigate warped versions of Trek canon, from Klingon talent shows to Borg TikTok influencers, all while Q manipulates reality, time, and even their character animation styles, except wild visual shifts. But Rick has a plan, a stupid, brilliant Rick-level plan. If he can outmaneuver a being that breaks the rules of physics, maybe he can rewrite the entire multiverse in his image, or at least get some killer blackmail on the Federation. Meanwhile, Morty forms an awkward existential bond with Wesley Crusher, Q-enhanced edition, who's trapped in a pocket universe where time loops around his feelings. It's weird. It's angsty. It's peak Morty.
Right. I get it. Wow.
And we got classic for real.
Nope.
$10.
Nope. Oh. The Australia was bumped up, so that's a full poster. This is Live Die Repeat.
Oh, gotcha.
DS9 meets Discovery.
Not a bad poster, honestly.
Yeah, I'm in Burnham. I don't know who the lady's meant to be. I guess Kira, but not. I mean, it's still pretty cool though.
The ship's interesting again as well. It feels like kind of the what's the the Galaxy class variant from STO.
The
Ross class.
Well, one of those, yeah.
It's got kind of that long neck like that. I like the gear, the tech, and the uniforms look really great.
Yeah, the fact that she's in full blue is very Discovery-like, which I buy. Oh, young Reno, yeah. Although that would be 2 versions from Discovery. But, I mean, let's be honest, whatever Michael's wearing wouldn't have been that far off something they could bullshit create. Let's be honest. Yeah.
And they could have built that in 5 minutes.
3.
In the mess hall. Yeah.
With spoons.
Plastic spoons.
And some paper plates. It's great. That's pretty cool though. Yeah. I mean, she did do a good time loop filming it. Did do a good time loop episode, so they can do them.
Yeah, it's good. It's a fantastic movie. Let that repeat.
It is.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the next one, which I'm happy is now done.
Before we get that in there, Stern Von Ulk says, I guess Star Trek Truckyards was picked up by Netflix or Ron Moore, and Sam was recast, just like Starbuck.
Rip.
Classic for real, $10. Thanks for the idea. A Kelvin timeline TNG movie must feature Kelvin Enterprise D.
I just gave it a poster and said, do it. So I told it to reboot the cast. And, if possible, use famous actors at the time to base it on. So this is the official reboot in the Kelvin timeline. And I said add a lens flare for good measure.
I wish the uniforms would have been updated to Kelvin-esque, like deltas everywhere. Okay. This is pretty awesome. Except Worf is having a problem. He's a smooth-headed Klingon in this.
They're out of budget, okay? They're out of budget.
I mean, Riker still looks like Jonathan Frakes. Beverly kind of looks like Beverly still.
Well, they're getting good lookalikes.
This looks like the porn parody.
Oh.
TNG.
Oh. I don't know if Tasha's a lady. Can't tell. LeVar's like 16 now. Yep. And a bloody commander. Good for him. Wesley's pretty handsome. Good for him. And Picard's kind of more ripped. And Data looks a bit more mean.
Yes.
It's a bit more mean. But still pretty good. So we made that in not very many seconds.
Fleet $2. Hashtag not my mechanic, Sammy, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I tell you what, guys. I think we'll do this again, Stuart. I think that's fair to say.
We will do this again. This is fun.
Okay. Can you do 10 minutes more, Stuart? I have an idea.
Sure.
Okay, guys. This is a real thing. So put in your prompts now for the next live. I'll write them all down, generate them in your own time, and be to have them straight for next time. So right now, super chat in your things. They will be on the next one. And I've got 1 or 2 more I made earlier. So throw in prompts right now. I will save all the prompts, and we'll get them in next time because that'll be easier.
Yeah, make sure you write them down verbatim so we can reread them on the next live too.
Yes. Well, yeah,
or copy them. Yeah.
All right. So I created another series.
Time reveals all things. Star Trek, once lost, once found.
Yeah.
They're like, gimme the keys.
Yeah.
The alien space station. I love the idea of a Spock and McCoy story.
Mm-hmm.
We all know how well they get along. Again, it's got that motion picture era vibe for the novels. Once lost, once found. Time reveals all things.
So originally I had TOS, Kirk, and Uhura, but that one apparently corrupted. So then I said make it TMP and change the characters. But that is an incredibly good McCoy and thingy, whatever. And I really love the look. So, and again, we did 10 minutes, put them in. So that I thought was great. Love the art style. Well, they love their TNG com badges. They always default to that for some reason.
They do. Fleetpaw throws in $2 and says, I'd date her, though. She's hot.
Oh.
You'd also date
Tasha.
You'd also date your original Sammy, Mechanic Sammy. So you know it's true.
In the
He's
reboot?
told us. One of the Truckyards.
Again, put your chat submissions in, guys. Get them in for next time. So then I told the ChatGPT to actually the characters I wanted, Uhura and Kirk in Lost Era.
Mm-hmm. What's with the hands?
Great
the past
Shatner,
is not forgotten. Twice lost, twice found. Yeah. Not the best Uhura. She kind of reminds me of Lily. Lily Sloan a little bit there.
And just to be clear, guys, happy to take $5 for a prompt. Just like I said, this is about fun. Just throw them in, 5 minimum for next time. Yeah, it can't do her for some reason. I mean, you know it's trying to be her, but the difference in Shatner versus her is night and day. So then I thought, well, let's see how.
To be fair, they don't have TNG comm badges.
Oh, what?
Those are very motion picture.
Well,
with the kind of circle behind.
But they're like elongated in a way that's interesting.
Just Kirk's. Hers looks like a circle.
True. So I thought, okay, can it stay consistent? Right? And that's one of the big things they promised. So I said, okay, take that idea. Let's do the sequel called Twice, or Third Time the Charm. Because there was a TOS one and TMP one, now a rather calm one.
That's great.
And they look a bit older. That was a prompt. Every time I said make the space station more damaged, and I agree it is. They're so good, Rathacon. They really know what they're doing.
Again, that looks like it could be the captain of the Saratoga from Star Trek 4. It doesn't look like Uhura at all. Shatner is spot on, though. I guess there's a lot more great images of Shatner for the AI to use.
That's also very possible. Sometimes what's left is worth saving. Yeah, dramatic. And there's something about... it's just such an interesting experiment of iterating on a theme. And then I said, okay, let's go to Star Trek Generations. Let's see if we can make them a bit older. And in fact, I'll go straight to that one. Where'd it go? So I said Generations, and then it gave me this. Which, in fairness,
this feels more like Nichelle. Shatner's less Shatner, even though they got the weight right, but
well, he feels like if there was Star Trek 9 and he was still doing it. Or how it looks sort of now with a little bit darker hair, but it entirely does look like they've aged. She's great, and I said to make the starbase like just damaged with a ship nearby. But yeah, you can absolutely see as a post-revolution. I love it. Very interesting, guys. Okay, so 6 minutes. Classics put in 3, which is wonderful for next time. So guys, have you enjoyed this? Sorry about the snafu in the middle, but this is brand new stuff, right? So let us know, have you enjoyed this, and do you want to see this again? Because you guys have supported amazingly well, which makes it worth us doing. I've loved the art. We've not even tapped the surface of this, right? There's so much more we could do, and I think the briefing, you reading the stuff, was also really interesting. So actually, that was totally great.
Yeah, we'll carry that.
Should have done that throughout and not burned the image thing. That was my bad for being so excited. Next time we'll keep to that because that was really interesting.
Yes, and we got quite a few in there now. So for next time.
Yeah. How did you find this, Stuart? What do you think?
I enjoyed the hell out of this.
Yeah.
It's a really fantastic idea. I mean, it's something that takes a little bit of time, but yeah, if we can mix it up with like stuff so we can read it in the meantime, that works out very well.
This was version 1, guys. And again, let us know in the chat if you liked it. This might work if you do the AI stories again, where you put a prompt to the story, because at any given time you could say create an image of this moment.
Yeah.
Because that would be very possible as well. But this has been, super interesting. I mean, the quality of this is a newish system they've done, and very, very impressive with these art pieces. I mean, the fact that even if likenesses aren't perfect, the fact the uniforms are right for the most part is just so impressive. Do you want to read out what we've got as I'm writing them
down? Classic for real, $10. Star Trek Lorca. That's it. That's the idea. Hell yeah. Yep. Classic for real, $5. Live action Captain Freeman movie. Classic for real, another $5. A movie that finally answers what happens between TMP and the Wrath of Khan and how many years it even was. It's all answered in the books, but okay. General Grievous, $5. Brooklyn Nine-Nine Voyager crossover. Imagine Tuvok and Captain Holt teaming up.
Shit. That's magic.
Peter Lukaku, $5. Star Trek Captain Pike's Kitchen, the cooking show. Yes.
I like that.
Classic for real, $5. A movie between Voyage Home, and First Contact or Final Frontier, and answer what happened to get the Enterprise so broken. Also, again, answered in the books. They ripped out all the transwarp systems because they didn't work, and as a result, it kind of fucked with the ship. But yes, we'll do that for sure. And Fleet Paw, $5. The final battle of the Earth-Romulan War, Battle of Sharon. Tell us the details of the battle, what ships fought, and how many people died.
Okay, I guess some of those are text-based, but that's okay. There'll be a lot of USSs you've got to rattle off.
Fine.
That's
I don't mind. I don't mind reading at all.
Pretty interesting.
You can also have a little visual on screen because you got time to do it. Where while I'm reading, it's what I'm reading about that's on screen, so it's less confusing if people just tune in. But yeah,
version 1, super interesting, and that's the thing. A few very successful results. Do you have any particular favorite as we wait for the last minute?
Like I said, the mirror one with Data was fantastic. The last couple with Kirk. Oh, I hate this last one. This doesn't look like Kirk.
I meant more of the fan ones because I had some serious ideas. I had some silly ideas. Any of their ideas you liked?
No, they were all fucking garbage.
Oh no, come on. Rise of the
Killer Tribbles was fantastic, yes.
Yeah, I think these two are very, very good. Although it's interesting the colour palettes, though, so similar. Interestingly, they quite liked that.
I also liked Mirror, the Galaxy one.
Yeah, those three are the best. They were the most cohesive, I think. But I like if it create some beforehand. That's interesting.
And, to be fair, Star Trek Delinquents. Star Trek surely made me laugh. Did not expect that. So yeah, there were some really good ones. You guys came up with some great ones.
All right, our final image, just to impress Stuart, because there's a funny boy says this is the final thing we're doing. Then we're gonna say goodbye until tomorrow, I guess. Where we're gonna do, I guess DS9, but we kind of swapped things around a little bit. A final note from us.
Trekyards, thank you. The movie. I mean, that looks like me.
It does.
A little bit fatter than me, but that's fine.
Who the fuck is your co-host?
I don't know, but he's much more handsome, and he's a captain as well. He's not a commander. He's leveled up. I like this guy. This is like McDuff.
Oh, good.
This is like my McDuff.
You're a McDuff. Great combaters though. Very TNG-like.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some definite logic between what ships they pick, because that has similar elements to other ships they've done. And it's kind of done our font. Like, kind of. Not a million miles away. Well, there you go. Thank you from us and the Trekyards AI team. Happy Frontier. Nope.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. You've been fooled by lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fake movies. You're welcome. So until we see you tomorrow, for more things and bobs, probably DS9.
Wish we could do more like this with our likenesses and actually have our likenesses. If you feed it enough information, I don't know if it can. Anyway,
yeah, if it remembers, fun. I should be able to put a image of me and it'll get closer. Because he also posts more than I do. Pictures wise of yourself, I guess. I mean, clearly the difference is staggering. So where the fuck is he getting my beard from?
Looks good though.
Yeah.
Sam is being erased from existence. If only.
Thanks, buddy.
Anyway, until tomorrow, he's Commander Cocky.
He's got a Foley.
Bye, guys.